Commander under attack. System enabled. System enabled. System enabled. Commander under attack.
Hello, welcome everybody to my Thursday afternoon stream. I hope you're all having a great day today, and I hope you'll be enjoying the stream. I'll be playing some more Supreme Commander. I'll be doing some warm-up skirmishes before I'll see if I can find a match. I worry that I'm not going to be able to really find a match because yeah. Flashbanged with red. Yeah, a little bit. I get where you're coming from there. But the Reich, hello, welcome in. I hope you're having a good day so far. And as always, we're doing screen capture. Because, well, Forge Alliance Forever works better with that than if I try to do the game capture. Loads in more reliably and all of that. Oh, okay. We're trying to change the keybinds for Copilot. I'm personally not using Copilot, so there is not much I can unfortunately help you out with. Ooh, and I do see that they have different maps depending on your ranking. That is interesting. I'll be staying with the low ranked maps then for the moment, and let's do one and see how I fare. I'm expecting for the AI to come to me and pull me apart a little bit here. Yeah, again, for Copilot, I really can't help you. I've basically shut it off, and I'm not using it much. And yeah, it's this side. Is it too bright on that side? Ah, that could be. Ah, that's a little bit annoying for the green screen. Can I adjust that a little bit quickly? Okay, I have no filters there. Must mean I'm filtering here. Okay, I'm not exactly sure why. This specifically. Here we are. Add encroaches. That is annoying. Okay, like this should work out for tonight, for today, for this afternoon. It's not night yet. And if there is some color spill in the green screen, then I am sorry, but there's not much I can do for that right now. Okay. Aeon against an adaptive AI. As I said, I'm probably going to roll me. I haven't found a color I'm super happy with. Let's try the brighter green. See how I feel. Just wanting to make sure that the options are fine. Team is locked. Spawn is random. We only have 2, so that should be fine. Okay. Let's see how how it works out. And I'm sorry for the delay while I had to fix that technical issue. The sun has been shining very brightly today, and I did not take into account the possibility that it might... No, bad. That's not what I wanted to do. I should be doing this. This. I hope that the music is loud enough in comparison to my voice. If it is not, please let me know. And I built ground first today. Okay. Not exactly what I wanted. I usually go for air first. But I am ground first now, and so I have to deal with that. Hoover, and go there. Yeah, that is absolutely fine. Okay, we're doing some hoovering here. Let's put up something there. Have one more coming in. To build the air factory I really need. Okay, and I am getting a bit of reclaim here. There's more reclaim in the middle here. So after this, I will be moving out with my ACU to get some stuff done, and you also need to go out to keep an eye on my opponent here. That works. We can mix in, I think we should mix in actually a little bit of anti-air. And pulling a little bit more mass to do the upgrade, to do some upgrades here. And I do want to try and get this middle area under my control. Let's put some storage next to here. Ooh, the storage is expensive. Okay, we're already having an engineer moving out there. Yeah, no, I have to stop you. We're still negative, but not as badly as we would otherwise be. Okay, we're dancing around slightly negative to neutral. A few bombers would come in pretty well here. And I do want some more stuff here. You are going to continue building around here. Okay, -7, +7. Let's try and put a land factory in the middle there. And we are having enough mass that I can... And we're having farms advancing here. But the ACU is a good enough defense for now. You need to come up. Can I harass some of those?
Commander under attack.
And I do have some more stuff here I can pull out. I'm going pretty hard here. Let's go ahead here and take them.
Commander under attack.
Okay. That is working out more or less. I'm starting to lose a few things here. Let's try for a T2 air factory. And then we have some more production from much closer here that we can try to entrench ourselves, build up a defender's advantage. You are done. I am very happy to see that. Please build me radar. Do I have something in the back here? Some more destruction of power plants. That is usually very painful. And I have more... I am starting to run out of energy. That is bad. I can pull in a bit more here. Okay. Energy is barely keeping up. Okay, there we go. We need more energy production, but I don't think it's a great idea to really put in a big energy farm. At least until... Okay, no idea how... Ooh! That was close. That was definitely painful for them. For the AI, I mean. Okay, I'm building some here. You can stop and go T2 as well. And I do think I can... No, I can't really push an upgrade for the commander through at the moment. But they are a 1-rank unit here already. Okay, I do worry that they are going to try and sneak something over there. Worse over here. Okay, I do have one here that is some stuff here, and we're putting some caps on.
Commander under attack.
Let's build out this defensive position. And currently Mars is looking overkill. I need a lot more energy. Okay, a few more then, please. Here I'll be going hard into... T2 units with a shield at the end. Your T2 mass extractor. You're building up. You're building up. You're going to be building up. And I'll be putting some more storage in between. Can I put some artillery down here? I do want an upgrade there, but I will be needing to wait for a later step. But I do have the feeling that in comparison to most, this is a very sedate approach currently. And some gunships. Please, no, not transporters, some gunships. In an infinite loop, basically. And you're going to be helping out to build up my energy infrastructure. A sublift. Okay, we do have a transporter there. Not sure what it's loading. Probably engineers. Yeah, engineers. You stay here.
Commander under attack.
That is fine. Okay. Stop. More. Okay. Those are slowly going to come online here. And I am going to quickly put some point defense down here. We should have enough reserves. Yeah. We do have enough reserves that I can build out that gun upgrade. That being said, we had enough to build out. We had enough. Yeah, they are trying hard to get my gunships out. Some more T2 air defense here would not be a bad idea. Okay.
System enabled.
Okay, I think we have enough power to do the upgrade here. Some point defense and some flak. You are putting on the caps. Let's pull out a few more here. Okay. I do think that this might be enough to go in hard. Let's try it out. I am building up some defensive positions here as further on as well. No, that was not what I wanted to do. Okay, a little bit early, but I can pull back to my defensive line here and do an upgrade here. Bloody hell. Keep upgrading, guys. Keep upgrading. Let's put another HQ down here. The Oblivion might get some trouble here. Okay. I hope that went well, but welcome home. They ordered you to come down pretty early in the morning. I hope that was not too stressful. Okay, pop. We have some RT here that can take care of stuff now. No, not a factory. We are building an HQ and an HQ3 and some... While we keep up building some pressure. You need more stuff for the recertification, or you need more stuff for... Because if it is for the recertification, then I hope that it's not going to be a big issue. Knowing how bureaucracy works, though, I do worry that it's going to be a whole mess. Also, seriously, I am going to be building one more here. I do want the radar to be safe-ish, at least. Okay, this is now seems only this seems only to be a measure of finishing up the game rather than needing to grind to win, which is something I'm actually quite happy about. Let's see how quickly I feel it's safe for me to finish out the game. Oh, you need your PayPal statements, and the app does not want to easily provide them. Am I understanding that part correctly, that it's a mess trying to get them? Okay. Well... Okay, that's annoying. That's annoying, and that's actually quite bad. Okay, I will be sacrificing those to get that missile launcher down. Ah, that is very unfortunate. I hope that it comes back to you. Okay, we do not want that too much. So basically, your phone knows the password. Is there a way for you to find the password on the phone, or you don't know? Oh, okay. So the phone might have an old password. Yes, to a degree that makes sense, but that doesn't make it any less annoying. I really get that. Okay. That is still upgrading. Those two are upgrading. Let's upgrade a little bit more here. Yeah, I get it. That is very annoying. I need to pull this back. Maybe I can go for the comm kill here. Let's try it. Yeah, that's a comm kill. He's not going to... So you try to log in with the phone password, it's outdated, and it's not the easiest to get it back, I get that. Okay, that's a victory. And Thraig, welcome back. I'm going to bring it up. No, you're not going to be bringing it up like this. We have 2 people in the queue. Let's see. Let's see if I get matched in the next tick. If not, I'll be playing another skirmish. No, I can absolutely understand that that is stressful. And PayPal, if I do remember correctly, it's not just as easy as asking to reset your password, unfortunately. Thraig, I hope you're going to be enjoying Malfestio. I do enjoy hunting the owl, but I can understand that he has a lot of nasty status stuff, and that in the beginning it's not necessarily great. And I am getting Aeon versus Aeon. Yeah, I'll just give it my best. I have no idea how well I'll actually do. There we go. There's some reclaim around here. That I want to go very quickly. Yeah, I get that. Stress can make you quite hungry. I hope it works out fine for you. So I'll send you over here. Oh, yeah, and I forgot the greeting. Let's pull some stuff up here immediately. I can use them for upgrades here on my mass extractors immediately. Let me build the land factory. And I'm completely stumped for energy. Yeah, okay, no, he's much better than I am. Yeah, he's good. He is better than I am. Okay, now knowing what he's doing is not going to save me. Yeah, he's going to just dismantle me. I'm not getting anything up. I'm completely blocked. And I don't need anti-air. Yeah, no. That's a GG. Can't. I'm not going to win this. He's already dismantling me. No, that's a control K. Sorry. I hope you enjoy it. Yeah. Okay. Completely not going to be working out. Enjoy your burger. Can't join matchmaking while you're in a game. Come on, I did give up my game. I should have lost that. Can I see where I am? California, hello, welcome in. Yeah, because I feel more comfortable knowing what my enemy is doing, but I understand now why in a 1v1 land is actually standard. Not that that would be the easiest to yeah, no, I think I have to copy my opponent there, just go with the mechs first and get some intel with that, if possible. As a quick explanation, I am mainly I come from StarCraft Brood War, and I'm still trying to get used to the competitive mode for Supreme Commander. And I did some I'm doing some practices against the AI, especially ecoing up and all of that. But yeah, no, in a 1v1 I have to go ground first. Yeah, let me take the map and let's try to see how I can adjust with land first. So basically, Supreme Commander, pretty much a noob. I did do the campaign and all of that. I am good. I am not that bad, but if you go completely wrong, yeah, then you're going to get smothered. Let's try it. Adaptive. And let's see. Let's see what I can do with land first that I feel comfortable. Let's do something like this. I am happy that you are excited for your lunch. It's always nice to be excited for good food. What's the most expensive unit here? 25. So two units are actually good enough to get that. 2 P-gens plus 4 in the beginning should be fine then. I do want to soak you up. Yeah, no, I can very much understand that it is very stressful. And that, of course, then is a good idea to do something to alleviate that a little bit. Can I do this? I should be. Should be able to do this. What do I want you for? Push out in that direction maybe a little bit. And more scout and harassment. I just worry, yeah, no, that is... Yes, okay. So if you don't do that, if you don't prepare for that, like the AI didn't prepare... Or shall I go like this immediately? Stop power generator. And I do need to take a look. I also badly need to take a look at... Okay, the Mantis has a better range than I do. No, absolutely caking everything here. So, quite cold. I have 14 C outside. Not exactly sure what that would go over to. It is above freezing, and yes, that is something. Okay. Let's go down. I don't want him to be too comfortable with this build order. I do hope that the snow from the last polar vortex will melt a little bit. Well, maybe not a little bit, maybe better melt a lot. Okay, and I just realized I have no idea about reclaim patterns. Okay. Let's pull the ACU forward a little bit. Those are forests. They are not the most valuable. Two and a little bit of army here. Okay. This is coming out fine. I do want more power. You go ahead immediately here. Okay, there's some army over there. I do hopefully can have them pull back. Okay, you come over here. Radar. Hello, Faceless. How are you? I just got seriously trounced in a ladder match. And basically the reason is I did absolutely not prepare for people pushing me early.
Commander under attack.
Yeah, that is fine. No, it's not, but I do want to try if I can find myself a way to feel more comfortable going land first. And I do think I have found a way. Okay, no, that's not. That is not great at the moment.
Commander under attack.
Oh, you are also pulling mass.
Commander under attack.
And a ton of it. Okay, let me try and pull all of this mass about here in. Let's pull back, shoot those down, get some more mass from them.
Commander under attack.
Yoink, yoink, yoink. I do need to remember, yeah, this is AI, and as such a lot easier than a real opponent, but I do, if I'm uncomfortable with it, I'm not going to be playing it. You're a T2, you're a T2, you're a T2. I don't have the mass to upgrade really much further. Okay, I have a point defense building there, which is usually not the way to go. Point defense has the big disadvantage that it is static after all.
Commander under attack.
Okay. Can I shoot you? Yes. Let's do a little bit more here.
Commander under attack.
It's still not going great. And to everybody who's going to have the ads soon, yeah, okay. I completely...
Commander under attack. Commander under attack.
Okay, and I need upgrades here for the commander. Okay, getting back some stuff
Commander under
there.
attack.
Let's have another factory. I do want to try and get up more. Does that finish out in time?
Commander under
Stop.
attack. Commander under attack.
Let's build one more here. Uh-oh. I am down. I am down. Bloody hell, okay. Too aggressive with the commander in trying to support that land factory. Should have pulled back at some point. Pretty good until the end, though. How do you make... How would I make that work out better? Okay, so again, land first. Have the first two scouts come out early, I think is a good idea. Same difficulty of AI. Same map. So that means that I have to go through the maps. What am I going to do on each map, build order-wise, and so on. Come on, spawn in. Cloink, there we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Okay, slightly different, a different race for the AI. That is fine. It's about the concept and visualizing the concept properly. Sorry about that. That is absolutely fine with Rag. minus 20, yeah, exactly. So you go fetch that for me. You go fetch, fetch. Build and fetch these two. Do I want to build something down there? No, you come in the middle for the radar then probably. Okay. Two more and then we're pushing down. One, two, three, four. Another issue that I'm having a little bit of an issue with is that I am not, since the base, like everything is going to spread out, it's hard to know expansion timing, which in this case I think is the upgrades for the the upgrades here. Can I kill that one? Yes. He goes ground first. Aggressive thumb. Commander, you do need to come back down with me here, at least in the beginning. And then I'm probably going to do a mix of 3-1-1, like this. Supported by the commander there. And another 3-1-1-1. Or 2-1-1-1, that works out for me here as well. And then go one over here, go one over here. I don't know exactly what I did differently this time. Oh, okay. They are coming in, then I can go push. Have one run in here. Just to try and get myself some more intel. Okay, there we go. Okay, he is pushing forward a little bit here. That is just going to be destruction.
Under attack.
Let's get the thumb in. Stop. Thumb. For now, we do want to push that as the front. I need you less than I need this. And a bit more here. Okay, that is somewhat annoying. That he is removing those. Okay, there is a little bit more now. I'm actually pretty okay with a -1, and I don't think that's a smart idea in a non-match here. No, it's not necessarily a nervousness about losing 1v1. Again, I do have some experience with it. Enough that I don't mind losing anymore. It is more the idea, what should I be doing? What can work out, at least to a certain degree. What doesn't. Okay.
Commander under attack.
Yeah, I don't want you to push out too far in that direction. Let's destroy that as well. And I still absolutely feel like I have little idea about the economy.
Under attack.
In RTS, I very often find that humans, even if they're not terribly great, often do play a lot more smart
Under attack.
than the AI ever could. Let me suck up some mass there.
under attack.
Let's get a few engineers out. And I can suck up a few more. Well, I do see that that is weird. I sometimes would do really, really silly stuff in StarCraft just to be like, okay, if I'm intentionally playing bad, so I don't feel bad when I'm losing, so to say. I stopped doing that. It didn't feel necessary anymore. Let's see if I can do something like this. And then maybe my first air factory. They do keep killing everything up there. Of course, that's not helping with my resource gathering. Okay. Guess I have... Yeah, and if I'm not pushing forward anymore, I'm not getting any new mass. I do think that this is...
Commander under attack. Commander under attack.
Yeah, and that's a victory. Ah. I am happy to see that, yeah. And so I'm unhappy with the small push the AI could do up here and take these out. I think that like the map is usually split diagonally here. But I'm so used to thinking, okay, I have, let's say, StarCraft 2 base. I can have 6 gateways, 1 robotics, and yeah, 6 gateways, 1 robotics, and a starport, usually robotics. And I can feed that later when I switch over to away and build. You all know the shuttles are still robotics, so that's is still keeping. What is it? It is 2 level 1 extractors for 1 T2 land factory. It's... Is it 3 for 1 air factory? But you can do the reclaim to help. The reclaim, that's something I'm not sure how to price into the economy. Okay. Let's do something else. Welcome back. Okay. Because I can't forget that I also do want to be building other stuff around. Okay. Basically just going to do a sandbox. Going land first, assuming there is an enemy that is going to destroy every unit I send down. So, like this. Then like this. Go fetch that for me. Have fun going to fetch the Titan drives. And remember, if they pay for it, it was worth it. And a lot of people will pay for Titan drives for the convenience. Tira, if you do take a nap, I hope it's going to be a good one. Okay, yeah, like this and this. Ooh, 10,000 credits for a Titan drop. 10,000%, okay. Zare Sean, I lost my first match and I'm currently doing... I have 2 ideas here. I want to see how quickly or how long it takes me if I consider every unit I send down to be a lost unit. How long does it take me in an ideal case to get to a T2? A T2 reactor, that is. And try to do that without stalling anything. I do want some more land units if I do consider an opponent here. And as I said, all of this is wasted and I'm not going to get back. And I'm going to be putting some no. Okay. Build, build. Absorb, absorb. Why? Oh, okay, they're coming around. I am happier, feeling better. I hope that means you've gotten the things sorted. So the commander is a unit I can keep. So I am trying to get some... no, I'm expecting ground units only. Currently, I'm not building up anything huge. I'm trying to push this to T2. And as I said, I know that I'm not going to have, since it's a complete sandbox, it's just to get a timing how fast I can get it to T2. Let's say we have an opponent that is pushing a little bit, meaning that I do want a little bit more units here, which I'm going to be considering completely lost. Even though I do not have an opponent. Let's say, let me send you down for this one. And then... When do you build radar? It's more... Yeah, it is the closest Titan. So yeah, I do absolutely get that that is where the Titan you'd be going for. Let you come back over, do it like this. Build another one. That's a T2 unit. Yeah, I do understand that they are absolutely only raiders. How does the pressure need to look from my opponent in the middle that I can safely tech up? I have no idea. And how much attention is that going to take away? For now, goal, when can I have a T2 reactor up without stalling? Let's consider you some reclaim I can bring. Factory build queue, expansion NGs, raiders, couple NGs, defensive retinue, and base NGs. What are base NGs? Engineers out helping out in the base, I'd be guessing. But if so, how so? And how many? With how many T2 engineers? Let's say 2, and then defense up a little bit more like this, maybe. That brings me to the point that I have no idea how the unit combinations really work. I have another factor here I now don't need, which would have been nice though if I needed more defense. Okay, I see. So you do the capping with T1 stuff. as I said, I'm going to be considering them completely lost. That is something I have really not done before, helping out. Let's do it like this. And then put some energy storage in between. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, yeah, okay, so that is something I... can I attack that ground? Yeah. Should be seeing the power... Is it a constant power draw? How does that work? Ah. Stop you. Okay, okay, got it. Okay, I'm going to power stall here. Defense, skirmishing. Okay, I'm getting some T2 units out here. Let's call them down. So 10 minutes for T2 units, or 9:30. And I'm power blocked. Okay, this has a red flag. I have... Okay, this is definitely all gone. And with the amount of flares... Okay, too many flares, that's for sure. Okay, I see that because the RT does have the delay in the shot, you do need to be careful in that you don't completely miss with every shot, and that is hard to do in skirmishes. The issue that I have is that for the Aurora is actually a pretty weak tank compared to others. So, yeah, but still, mass for mass, they are going to lose to the Auroras. And it's done, let's say 40, 10:40 thereabouts. No, a bit earlier, 10:30. Okay. I'm going to stop all unit production so I have a time if I quote-unquote push it. I have no idea how realistic that that is, but it is, at least in StarCraft, it's a good practice to just try and max out. That is not something you do here. Yeah, the water is a pretty important thing. That's a ground one, you're a hover. Can all hover tanks? Okay, can I? Have you ground fire while moving? No, you cannot. Do I have an Aurora somewhere? Please build me 2 Auroras to try this out. No repeats anymore. Most units can fire while moving. Okay, interesting. No, we're going to finish that. Because now I do want to get to the second part of the experiment, of the sandbox, and the reason mainly I did do this sandbox doesn't much matter. I am going to just completely capture everything, because now it's more about the numbers in my head that need updating. So T2 mobile, we'll see. I'll be doing some experiments now. Basically meaning that I'm going to push everything up to T2, up to T3, make that not an issue anymore. Build units and try some stuff out. That is interesting to me. So, where are the Auroras? Was that... There you are, okay. So, if I say attack this, for example, and give a move command as well. Okay, that doesn't work. I need an enemy unit to practice this. Is there such a map where you have an indestructible... Where you basically sandbox indestructible unit you can try or micro against? Okay. Well, that it's good to know that you can do that, but I don't know either right now, so that is going to be then for another time to find out how the kiting exactly works. Okay, you're going... I do want you to go into T3. Let's adjust the game speed. I am just going to be building up some economy just to be able to build the units without needing to worry too much about them. So the... Okay. That's actually something worthy to test. Let's just upgrade all of it. Alt F2 is the menu. Cool. Okay, okay. Then I can practice even a little bit more than I thought. First off, build me in a corner here. Energy, that I don't really need to worry about it. And if I look at this, does that mean that I can... Oh, did switch the cheats off. Okay.
System enabled.
Okay, but it's really good knowing that that is there. Um... Okay.
System enabled.
Don't have anything here that matters.
System enabled.
I do get that. Those are mass fabricators. Stop. Okay. I'm absolutely going to be fine in mass now. And yes, it is cheating even though it is for practice. Get me an air factory in. And your birthday is coming up. That is nice as well. And I don't think you need to worry too much about it. But, yeah. Thank you for your consideration. Okay, let's have a try here. So P, and you ring it. Yes, these are volatile, these are not. Why the mass storage is amphibious, I am not sure. Let's have a T2 bomber here. That's a torpedo bomber. There we are. Have a good nap. Tira? Oh, I don't have a T2 bomber here. Okay. Okay, since now I know that I can cheat, it doesn't actually matter. No, those are the islands are not very big. Just something so I can get some practice in. Defense and Revenges. No, custom create. You know what? Saturn is a good map, I think, for that. Especially if I just do it in a sandbox to practice. It is at the same time nice to see that they inform you of somebody trying to cheat. Which means that I'm actually pretty happy that I haven't seen anybody do so before. I think for this, I do want the bigger unit cap. Cheating on. Saturns just spawning in. Okay, that is very interesting and understandable if you can build mexes amphibiously. That being said, I have not seen a map that has that feature, neither in any of the casts that I've been watching, nor in any of the maps that I have tried out so far. Okay, we should be able to cheat here, so please spawn me a Paragon. Since I don't need to worry about it.
System enabled.
So UEF. ACU down there. Cybren. ACU there. Just go up with all of them. Okay, and then dummy units, units for testing, units playable. Dummy. Does that mean that I need to... Oh, and I was missing one ACU, actually. Again, just built me that up. Nero exists does it to me all the time. Maybe, to a degree. I've mostly played the campaign, actually, during all of my time. And in the campaign, you can't play the Seraphim. But, yeah. No, I did remember in the end. If I do it like that, I do want... no, just about a T1. Let's have... Okay, let's wait on this and then see. Let's speed it up a little bit. Power and so on is not an issue anymore. No, that's fine. It was interesting information. I do want to try and test a little bit of the kiting, and I'm really wondering a little bit, what are these dummies here? A dummy usually is not anything I should be worrying about, but it might just be a dummy in the sense that it is a stand-in for something usable. Well, we'll see. Did I kill the game? I did! Great. Those dummies are not usable. Okay. GG indeed. Well, these things happen if you spawn stuff and if you do stuff that you don't know what they are doing. Come on. It's now refusing to die. Luckily, there is a way to get rid of that. Yeah, that's a crashed game. I'm not surprised. Create again, and this time I'm going to go... Neutral should mean that the unit is just going to stand there and not do anything. And if I do assign it to the army that is in the cheat window, then it's going to be an aggressive unit. Okay. 1500, that should mean that cheating is still on. Yeah, it doesn't really matter where I spawn. Okay, I'm actually quite happy with spawning that far back. Aeon Paragon.
System enabled.
Like annoying static PD. Well, that alone, it would already be something you can practice against. I would be missing a practicable, like, they are, to be fair, all special maps. Basically, you have maps where you can spawn enemies. They behave as if they had AI. Sometimes, okay, you are please going to be walking down there, and then we're going to control K you. Hopefully that is not putting the game as lost. And we are going to speed up a little bit that we can do a bit more. I at least should be. Now that I think about it. That's all the presets. Naval. Mobile factory. Land factory. Land HQ. There we are. So, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Actually, the naval facilities would have been nice as well, because one of the things is I do want to have a look at the costs of stuff. Nowadays, I think, yes, Draig. And Zarashon, yes, exactly like that. You define your stuff, you define the enemy stuff, you can practice your macro, you can do quite a bit on those maps. And let me see, I do want the T3 Air Factory HQs as well. Yeah, they are very valuable. To be able to do such stuff. But depending on how this works, this might be worth it too. Okay. Let's slow the game back down. Let's go through prices. Yeah, dummy me. We need to build some stuff up then. Build some quantum gateways for each race as well. I think that is going to be the quickest way to get more fast engineers in for everybody. That's the gateway. There we have the gateway. So, no, I'm going to be keeping all of you. I'll be testing the naval stuff in this pond. Well. So that goes up to 5. So from that, I'm looking at that bad. Which one is the worst? The missile preset or Rambo preset? Okay, let's pull one through here. I did want to pull a few through anyway. With the engineer preset though. And here also no engineering preset for these ACUs. Okay. So the most expensive T1 unit in the T1 factory is 5. That is 3 mexes. Yeah, also for Seraphim, that's 5. Oh, I haven't built the Cybern factories yet. Going down to 2 mexes, going down to staying at 2 mexes with 18. With 18, like tier for tier, I need at most 2 T3 mexes to support 1 T3 T3 land factory. Or does this go up by a lot? No, nothing is crossing 36. The best I can do is 22. $23, $25. So 2 to 3 for 1. Okay, that is not a bad thing. $30 here for the shield. Still 2. Yeah. That is really, really important. What I am wondering about is, let's do some air factories here. Let's make a small tetrahedra. Because you have reclaim. I think for now, my best bet is to, after the very early game, to treat any reclaim as a bonus. Any reclaim I am getting is just a bonus that I can spend on some bonus stuff, but not something I should be looking at in... Yeah, 24. So 30 is the worst I've seen for land consumption. I don't yet have a Seraphim ACUs. No. In this case, I absolutely understand what you mean. In this case, though, I needed all of them. Or I do need all of them. because the prices, like not the price, but the rate changes. And if I do want to have a look at each tier for the rates, I do need all 3 tiers. Because if I look here, so the mole is a 8 mass per second unit in a T3 factory, but it is a 2 mass per unit. Yeah, so... but since that is the idea I was going for here, I needed all of them. Or I need all of them. Let's have a look here. So... this is also... 2... okay, this is completely 2 per... but a lot more fully. Okay, so the T1 doesn't have the issue with... are we... this is 2 mexes. This is 1... this is 1 mex for Aeon. Going back up to 2 mexes. Okay. Okay. That is actually okay. Just have 2 mexes for Aeon. You'll be overproducing some stuff in T2, but that is actually fine. I'd rather have an overproduction than an underproduction. Same here. And back up to 2. Yeah, because that is the next step I wanted to take a look at. Do I finally have a... SACU here? You are going to all move over there. And you are also... okay, this is also going 2 for each. I'll be taking a look at the Navy later. Okay. Let's have a look at energy here. So this is 2. Okay, energy scales completely differently. Where is the most energy? Energy is probably something I am just going to be completely wasting. But okay, let's pull out a few auroras here. Let's say 3 auroras in the beginning should be a rather decent number. So I want to spawn them in as civilians. Let's take a unit that has quite a bit of how about UEF T3 stationary? UEF, please. Why am I showing... why am I showing Cybran and stuff still? It is, maybe because I spawned in more... engineering station. That's not what I'm looking for. Sam is also not what I'm looking for. Well, let's spawn in a Sam. That's not what I wanted to go for. Air factory. Air defense. There we are. All right. Let's make it a Myrmidon. Why not? Okay. Does neutral mean we aren't going to attack it? Neutral means we are not going to attack it. Okay. There we are attacking it. So, moving while attacking, no issue. And you are please now going to destroy that for me. And you do need to keep them... They are going to move. I wanted to... Nope. Okay. They are getting in each other's way quite a bit. Do I need to move them about as I would dragoons? That'd be an annoying thing. Whoops. Penalty in what regard? I probably have to do something like this. If I do want to keep them moving. Okay, accuracy penalty. Is that a thing for the bombers, for example, as well? Because a bomber, as far as I know, they have to move in order to be able to get stuff done. You only know that it exists for the Mantis. Fair enough. But honestly, I do think that is not something that would be bad or anything to have. I think that would make sense to have some penalty to moving units. It is, after all, harder to have that. I would not honestly be complaining at all about that. Let me build these so I can have a look. And I am missing Cybrin. Let's start with T3, doesn't really matter. That being said, give me 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. If you want to split them, you can use Shift. Okay. That is something interesting. Let me spawn all of these out. Let's bring... Let's make a bit of a bigger group where they're really going to be playing bumper car. There are some Guardian tech staff that might use it, or or it's the human tech brokers that need it, but not all that much else, if I remember correctly. Okay, so let's make my small groups vertical here, so I can just shift up. So, okay, that is also... So now that I take a look at the engineers, I do have the feeling that you do want a lot of reclaim in the beginning. You're never going to satisfy all of this with just... So these are also about 2. Yeah, about 2. And energy, of course, can vary wildly. Damn, are these expensive in mass. I'm really curious on how that would work. Sheesh. Yeah, okay. Naval yards go 4 mexes. Go up to 4 mexes. Yeah, up to 4 mexes for the most expensive stuff. That is 3 mexes. Okay. Stuff expensive. Okay. Yeah, if you do sell them for quite a bit. So, you said Shift G. Okay. Let's come back here. Let's say I am moving up to meet somebody here. So I go here. And then I encounter some units. So I do it like this. It keeps them moving. I am not sure that people would buy the Titan drives quite for that high of a price, but you'd need to see for sure. Let's go UEF. Doesn't eliminate the problem, but helpful is already very good. Battleship. Some will pay for the convenience, that's for sure. Some of the richer players will. I'm just, you might, yeah, okay, if you want to maximize profit per unit, then absolutely it's the way to go. Is it... I'm not looking for SACUs, I am looking for... Come on. Clear all. UEF. Okay, whatever I did before, now it's working better again. Seriously, if you were selling them for that price and I was interested, I'd absolutely get that for that price for you. No build units. Ah, there they are. Okay, they're not either land, air, or water. Let's have a T3 one so I can... Okay, let's have a few targets. A few flares here. And for now, a T3 engineer. Which is also not going to be moving. Okay. Despite having set it into the army. Okay, let's try something here. Split. With this many, even if you do try to get them strafing different directions, they still play bumper cars quite a bit. Let me have a battle line here. And also, now that I'm thinking about it, let's get some T3 radars in here. That I'm at least able to see everything here. Yeah, that is absolutely something I had now completely not done because I'm basically practicing my movement. Transport. Let's just fly 2 up and build a radar there as well that I have most stuff visible. Okay. So let's say I have something I want to attack here. So if I pull it up into 4 immediately and I split them up, how are they moving? Right. Thank you very much for the lurk, and I hope that you're going to have something nice for a late lunch. Okay, it is working out, but... Okay. Armored assault bot. If you're not going to be shooting back... Oh, you are going to be shooting back. You're not going to be moving, but you are going to be shooting back. Okay. But nevertheless... No, that's not what I... Okay. He shot back and I didn't. I missed out on the training I wanted to do. So, I have this and I split them up. How does that work? Okay, this is going to take precedence and they're not going to be moving until they destroy it, at which time they'll start all moving out, but playing bumper cars. Okay. Best treat Auroras as fragile... dragoons, but that is not going to... That's fragile dragoons. Yeah, dragoons are usually... They can tank a little bit at least. But they will get into each other's way, and best kept under control by doing that probably. Oh, that's going to be taking a lot of my APM. I haven't done any APM practice in a while. Okay. Use chained commands to get more out of them when withdrawing and stuff. Okay. But have them go in separate ways. Now, I did want to try something out when they are in formation. How are you going to move if I give you a lateral... No, stop. I forgot something. You need something to shoot. Civilian, experimental... Yeah, I'd get that. Where is my Aeon ACU here? So basically for Aeon, taking a look at it. So which of the gun upgrades is the better one? I think you want both for a frontline ACU for as long as that lasts. So you want the rate of fire upgrade, and you probably want the range upgrade for this ACU. Let's... shields are shields. Chrono Dampener is more health. Yeah, nothing I really need to forward the practice right now. Okay, still wanting to find out something here. Overcharge. So you have overcharge available for them. Okay. Out of which would I want first? The rate of fire upgrade or the range upgrade? I'm guessing that the first one I want to go for is... clear. Range is a lot cheaper. Okay. That is actually what I wanted to have a look now. Plop. I just have a ton of stuff about at the moment. Okay, that wasn't smart. Let's try that again on the other side here. Bloody hell. Again, one too many. So 412,000. 412,000. Yeah, I did see. I'm going to destroy it, but so the rate of fire, the first step is the same, and then the second step is a second step. Yeah, it's not a bad thing to be wrong, but so they are both equal. No, you know what? I am not going to blow you up yet. You go and you go like this. So this is the build range. This is the shooting range. What is this small red line? And then I'm not seeing a radar range around them. Is that because of something of mine? So the range upgrade... Let's have a look at the other ACUs. So I have a Zephyr here that is damage and range, which is twice as expensive as any of the level 1 gun upgrades for Aeon. But neither of the Aeon upgrades do more damage. Well, the speed actually doubles the damage, so that comes to the same, but it's a split range and damage. Teleporter on the arm? And why did I... Oh no, that's engineering suit. I do want that. Okay. Cybran ACUs are the least you want to brawl with a lot. I do remember that. And this is twice as expensive. Fire rate and range also combined. Where is my Sarah? Yeah, there's my Seraphim. Fire rate and range. Okay. Okay. Oh, very, very reasonably so. That is like, what, 2,700,000? Why am I marching up there? Yeah, that is damn expensive. I'll be taking a gander then that this second upgrade is only used in the beginning. No, that's too expensive for that. 2 million. Let's drop in another one here. How much? What is the rate for this one? Mostly to suicide. So basically with both upgrades. Well, let's have a look. You are support commanders. Can you just go up there? So basically that comm with the splash, range, speed and the 2 nano repairs can hold its own against the T2 army. Oh, and I even spawned 2 comms here. Not sure if they have the durability to survive that. So basically as a very defensive commander. Basically I am using my commander as I would an army to, of course, suicidal. I think the normal, like the Cybran suicide would be something like teleporter, microwave, accelerator. Although if you're suiciding, I think it's best you jump in. Close-ish. Okay, they survive, even if only barely. Let's build one up here. So teleporter like this for the Cybran Suicider, I'd say. We can take a look at that later. If you're going suicide, you're not teleporting with the Seraphim ACU. Am I seeing that correctly? Let's move you out a little bit here. It's laser telecloak plus whatever. I most often see like the tele-mazer combo. And then... is this microwave laser range really worth it? No idea. I'm guessing... fair enough. That is much less of a suicide mission, though. Oh yeah, drops. Okay. Oh, that's something else I need to start to consider. I think both are gone now. Okay, let me take a look. So, Saturn's being a very normal map. I think not normal, standard map, I think is the better way to put it. So you have about 8 4, 8, 16. Yeah, no. I'm seeing that. Okay, so the cheat here is absolutely going to be something that is going to be very worthwhile. I'm going to try something out, and then I'm going to... I think I want to start with econ. Wrap my head around how the econ works. I have a good idea, like 2 to, let's say, since you're not building the most expensive stuff all the time, 2 mexes should be fine per factory. 2 T1 power generators for 2. Yeah, it's basically 2, 3, 2, I think. So I do want... let's make you adaptive. That is okay. Balance, I do want, but I don't have a mirrored here. Oh, there we are. Mirrored. So he's spawning at the opposite side there. So I do want to try something out here before we go into trying to apply some of what I learned. So if I have 6 mexes, I can basically have... two factories and an engineer. Okay. Paragon. And yeah, I'm going to cheat because I do want to see what he is doing. Where is the radar? That is T2. Okay, not seeing it doesn't matter. Give me a few. I'm really not finding radar. Okay. Build, run radar here. T3. Yeah, let's make a few spy planes and... just so that he doesn't come clap me because I am looking for the stuff I want to... air factory, okay. So, he'd be spawning about here, and I should be seeing that. Let's make a few of these. That's a lot of buildings for 2.5 minutes. It's okay. So, if I now select him, go T3, go... He is... what are you? Also Aeon... T3... Okay, something... heavy assault bot. For the enemy. Does he know what to do with that? Will he move it? Let's say I'll be attacking. These two should be able to just get through everything that he has spawned. One thing I am pretty sure about, though, is that the Paragon is not something you build outside of very long games. So... he very much has a possible answer to me. Is he going to be using it? Well, he's currently not responding to this at all. Okay, what if I go into firing range and pull back? Will he follow me? Okay, he's coming. So it is going to use it, but probably not actively in its build order. Or in its build and stuff. Okay. But it's going to be passively moving. Okay, that's unfortunate. I was hoping that maybe if he gets them, he'll just go aggressive and then I can... I don't know, put him into a mode where he doesn't have much, but he has enough to do something. That being said, now I have another question that I can solve quickly by jumping in. But I'm seriously not going to be adding a third RTS competitively here. Because 2 is enough. So I spawned in alone without any enemy. Let me... Come on. There we go. Give me my Paragon. And... Aeon only. Omni sensor array. I knew I had them somewhere. Okay. If I now take Civilian Army 9 and I give them, let's say, a Cybran ACU, is that going to trigger the ACU to do something? That looks very much like a no. No, a superiority fighter, where is it? Spy plane, there we go. Let's spawn it in next to him. He's doing nothing, he will attack it though when it lands. Okay, so basically if I'm not starting out with an AI, it's not going to really activate it, it's just going to be shooting at me. Okay. Good to know. Let's go back to one of the ladder maps at the moment. Cobalt Valley, I think, is good for this what I have in mind. So what I want to practice is focusing on a good econ while I'm getting attacked. I think I'm going to practice a few more with that later on when I have more of a feeling for everything. Okay. There's not much you can rush except, well, ground and air. And I always have trouble as soon as people are attacking me with from more than one angle. Some options though. I don't mind the unit cap, but cheating is going to be off. So I hope that means that that they are aggressively going to try and attack me. So, land factory. The 2 powered P-gens, 1, 2 P-gens for the engineers, mass for the engineers. Basically have 2 man, away only 1 engineer extra, but let's build my normal build order because you can rely on getting some other stuff early on. So, no, you go. Okay, I already have that one. One. Give me that. 2. Get me that. Okay, how do you build up power properly? Can I actually do it like this? I am going to be power blocked here. And mass blocked. Am I? Okay. Pause. I can still select stuff. That's good. I absolutely mass blocked myself here. Should I build 3? Maybe building 3 is what I need to do. 3 mass. For I will be sending them out, that's for sure. And I can't forget that my ACU is also still building. Okay, let's try that. AI rush. Let's go again. Especially if I'm going to get rushed, I cannot get blocked that early on, I think. Okay. Two, 1, 2, 3. Let's have it like that. Does that prevent me from stalling here in mass? It's probably going to be putting a bit more strain on my energy. There. Let's make that tour with you. Is that clever, though? No, that is not clever. Absolutely low on energy. These two are my scouts. They have to arrive up there. No, but this so far seems to be working out. Eesh. That seems like a very slight power stall, but somewhere I went too aggressive. Let's just play the skirmish out and see how it goes. So, more harassment. I do need this power. It's basically 2 factory worth plus a little bit. And that seems to be working out for me here. Okay, he is building air. He already has units. How good are these strafing? Not great. Okay, I'm getting a lot of stuff there. So for now, let's build it like that. And I do want my commander to come up. I do have enough to push 1 here. You have some flares. Let's put the other 3 flares here. Come on. Over here, just to harass his expansion, what he's trying to expand from. Put you in the middle. Looking good so far. Let's put 3 here so I can activate overcharge, which is going to be very useful. How aggressively do you push expansions? Is it worth it just to sacrifice, or yeah, just go like some sacrificial engineers, and I'm just going to be pushing mexes, even if I'm pretty sure these are going to be shot down. And I'm blocked somewhere. Probably because of these. Okay. He is not trying to expand. He is trying to push. Let's remove the last one. Welcome back, Thraig. Let's say I do want to take a fight in the middle of a map. How aggressively do I need to push my econ out for that? And can I, for example, go third factory? So that is 3. I think I learned a lot. Now it's all about thinking about how I can apply it. I do not have the energy. I don't have the energy because I'm too aggressive, or I don't have the energy. Okay, there's probably going to be coming a push over down there. Oh, how do you split your army up correctly? It's a nasty thing if you don't do that correctly. Do I want to have a strong defense here? Or do I want to... Yeah, I probably do want to have a strong defense here. That should be enough, and I do need to push. I do need to push after all. Stop. Let's put down a bit more power. Main army plus commander is going to be staying here.
Commander under attack.
Okay, that is a pullback. Um, 13. Okay, I'm looking pretty good on that. Plus, I do have some T2s already. You go over there. Okay. Think you're a bit too aggressive there. Or I am being a bit too aggressive there. You stay there. Sheesh. I am pushing energy bad here. probably have to include some anti-air here. Okay, and he just got an entire set of units past me here.
Commander under attack.
Sheesh. I have some reserves, but I'm not kind on those reserves.
Commander under attack.
Okay, I do need some reinforcements there. And with a gun upgrade, I'm handily winning here. Okay, what is the big issue here? Stop, stop. Okay, something, and now I'm suddenly getting... Oh, that was the commander finishing up. Okay, okay.
System enabled.
Now that I've done this, that's probably safe. Not that I do have much choice here. Okay, and you're going to be a base one going around like that. Okay, I think I'm starting to get a grip on here. But with where I'm standing, I'm starting to reach the limit of what AI can provide me strong feedback with. Yoink, 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 yoink. And I'm getting some stuff out here.
System enabled. System enabled. Commander under attack.
This is possibly good enough for a kill.
Enabled.
Oh, there's a lot of Zooey spam there. Although, is it still spam if we are... Oh, I am so happy for you. You had so much trouble with the heat. I am so happy that it is finally fixed for you, Tira. That took quite a while already.
System enabled. Commander under attack.
But still, that valve did block you from getting proper heating for a while, so I'm happy it's fixed.
Commander under attack.
Oh, it was not even that, it was just that they weren't opened right. Yeah, no. Back. That is
Commander under attack.
not going to be working out. Not with that much spam coming in.
System enabled. Commander under attack. System enabled.
And so there's some RT there as well, which I surprisingly couldn't see.
System enabled. Commander
Damn, am
under
I deep in
attack.
debt now? In power debt? I am very happy for you for that, and I'm sorry if it feels like it's about time. You've been without heat during the most important part, during the deepest part of winter, and it just didn't feel right to have that hang over you like that so much.
System enabled. Commander under attack.
I am not exactly sure where that comes from. But then again, I'd rather it smell a little bit of wood rather than it not working out at all. Okay, I'm getting stuff in here quite nicely. This is going to be draining everything in a second. HQ. And that is really shooting up with all of those around. Yeah, I'd really hope you don't need them quite as much anymore. Is there anything on the back for this? More health? It's not something like more...
System enabled. System enabled.
And the big issue is that So I need 3,000 and a bit. And some 36,000 for that part. Let's pull that down and let's have one ringed here. Although I'm now completely out of the practice part and I'm just to a big degree seeing how much the CPU can do. Put on rush. Okay. You are still going to be building too far apart. Doesn't matter. I am not going for the most well done after all. Yeah, I have a blanket covering me during the night as well. But having different thicknesses of blanket is, I think, a good idea for over the years, so you can have a few things over time coming up. So if it's warm, if it's cold, you can adjust your blankets as they are needed. So let's see how much this team can actually do here. I can imagine the difference can be absolutely ginormous. And I just tossed a die away there. Yeah, no, with this much, that is not going... He's not going to be able to stop that. Where is my die? Come on. There he is. Okay, so the beginning taught me a little bit, helped me to put that into practice. And the end was basically just for fun. But I now can... I feel a lot more comfortable on the AIs. I'm going to try the XAI still. Next time, so next week I'll be practicing on that a little bit. After trying for some actual ladder stuff, because the AI, I'm getting to the end what AI can really teach me. I had just too much here that I could do where the AI didn't even challenge me. I'm guessing that had also something to do with how I fought it in the early game. But yeah, so yeah, no. Okay, this is a rush AI. I'm still going to see if the same split would have occurred well, next week, or maybe in between, not exactly sure, but yeah, I'll see as that comes up, because unfortunately we have reached the end, unfortunately, again. So there is going to be a small change for the weekend. I won't be able to stream on Saturday. No bad reason. I'm sorry, but I have reached the end. It is 18 o'clock for me. Nothing bad, but something came up that I do want to do. Basically, some friends had planned some event that now is coming up. And they only told me recently about it. Wanted to keep it a bit of a surprise for me. So that is coming up. That is then unfortunately not going to be able to stream on Saturday, but I will be streaming Sundays. And then the week after that should be back to normal. So that means that tomorrow I'll be continuing with Armored Core 6. I'll try to basically get to almost the end of the first cycle. I should be able to do a bit more. And I do... let's see how far I get. If not, I'll see what I can do practice-wise. But I do not have all that much time for practicing on stream, or for practicing for stream stuff. So we'll need to have a look. But that is Friday and Monday, normal time, 13 to 18 o'clock Central European time. Armored Core 6, Monday and Friday. Saturday, as I said, unfortunately going to be nothing. And Sunday, though, I will be streaming 13 to 18 o'clock Central European time. All of that would be equivalent to 9 to 13 o'clock or 1 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time for now, until we switch over as well. And then on next Thursday, I will be continuing with some more Supreme Commander. And that is from 15 to 18 o'clock Eastern European, Central European time. Bloody hell. My brain is tying itself into knots now, sorry. And that would be equivalent to 10 to 13 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time, again, until we also switch into Daylight Saving Time. That being said, let's have a quick look whom we can rate out. As always, I do encourage you to let me know whom you want me to rate out to. And will be taking that under consideration. Okay, something is a bit weird here with the channels I am being shown. Let me refresh the page. Okay, that's more like it. There is unfortunately not really somebody else streaming Supreme Commander I could rate out to. There is one, but unfortunately the languages will not work out. Captain Camilla is playing some more Enfield, or Arknight's Enfield to be precise. And Omega Snake Boss is playing some Dead by Daylight, but that is not a game that I am terribly interested in. If you want to see it, I'd be happy. I'd be happy to. And there's Kixie now coming online. She's playing some Kingdom Hearts. So it's either Kingdom Hearts or Enfield. Arknight's Enfield. I think I'll be leaving you with, all being told, I think I'll be leaving you with Kixie. As I said, she's currently playing Kingdom Hearts, the HD 1.5, 2.5 remix. I hope you're going to be enjoying her stream as much as you did mine. And as always, I would be asking you for a raid. Please be kind. Please be nice. And with that, we have come to the proper end of my stream today. I do want to be thanking everybody for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll be practicing more Supreme Commander next week. And as I said, Monster Hunter on Sunday and yeah, Supreme Commander Thursdays, Armored Core 6, Friday, Monday, and Sunday Monster Hunter, as I won't be able to stream Saturday. I wish all of you a great rest of your Thursday, and until we do see each other again, which hopefully is soon, I wish you a very, very good time. And I'm not sure which yeah, okay. Whom you meant with they are online, but it is a bit too late now as well. Sorry. Yeah. And I'm rambling. Can't be rambling too long. Thank you, everybody, for having joined me. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope to see all of you again soon. And until next time, please have a great time. And until then, goodbye. And I still need to get better with handlings. I'm rambling and then I'm hurrying up. I'm sorry for that. But please have a great time and see you.